Good morning, FPL managers. So I'm up bright and early, way ahead of the deadline. I'm going to watch Spurs play today with Sam and her daughter, which I'm really excited about. The one thing is, going to a game, I always want to have an attacker to watch in real life. And that brings me to my team selection. At the moment, I'll put my team up on the side. I'm pretty happy with how it is. I don't feel like there are any massive changes that I need to make. But potentially, I have 2 free transfers. I could transfer out Porro for Aït-Nouri, who I will be wanting to play in the next couple of game weeks, along with Strand Larsen. I really like the run that Wolves have coming up. So then I could play Milenkovic in in Aït-Nouri's place, bench Aït-Nouri because they're up against City, and I'm sure City are going to score this week. I've got Haaland captaincy, so ideally that'll be a very high scoring game and one that I won't want a Wolves defender in. But then that means I can transfer Semenyo and upgrade him to Johnson. And we know, if you've been watching my channel, Brennan Johnson have been banging on about, haven't brought him in yet. Today would be the perfect day to do so. And I'm feeling good about the Spurs fixture against West Ham. West Ham haven't looked that solid defensively at all. So it could be a very big game. But do I want to use 2 free transfers on that when I have already got quite an attacking Spurs player? Not banking on a clean sheet, but it could happen. Then the other issue is Saka is still flagged. Now, I don't know if I'm just not putting enough thought into this, but I think he's going to play. I don't see Arteta resting him. I mean, the problem is with Arteta, he's not going to have Saka on the bench and then bring him on. He's either going to start or he's not. I'm feeling okay about it. I'm not going to transfer him out. If I was to do a transfer, I'd probably bring in Foden. I like the Wolves fixture. I think having 2 City attackers, especially ahead of their fixture next week, would be quite nice. Maybe Son, but he's coming back from injury and I think he might need a couple of weeks to get into the groove of things. So Brennan Johnson would probably be my priority. And with that, I could do that from Semenyo. So I don't think I'm going to take out Saka this game week. I think I'm actually just going to roll. We'll leave it there. I've sorted out my bench. I'm putting Milenkovic first on the bench. He did manage to get an attacking return last game week. And they're against Palace. It's a home fixture. Palace, again, not very attacking this season. Although this could be the week that Eze suddenly goes off on one, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm pretty happy with my bench order in case anything wild is to take place. And then Haaland captaincy. Finally, he's blanked 2 game weeks in a row since I brought him in. Third one, he's never blanked 3 games in a row. So this is the week. We're going to get a hat-trick or a brace at minimum. And then I put my vice captaincy on Mbeumo. It was initially on Saka, but with the concerns and with Pep Roulette, you never know what he's going to do. So I put it on Mbeumo against Manchester United. I'm feeling good about that. The only other thing that I was a bit with is having a double Villa attack. I've got Rodgers and I've got Watkins, but I think they're a nice pairing. And I did consider transferring out Watkins and saving some money by downgrading him. But I think in the next couple of weeks, my priority transfer will probably be Wood to Strand Larsen. That's how the team is looking up. I'm going to make my way to go and meet Sam now. We're getting to the stadium 2 hours before kickoff, so I can go around, try all the food, obviously film it all. I absolutely love food at football stadiums. It is the most fun thing, just going out and trying. And Spurs' food, one of the best, 10 out of 10. So yes, I will be going to do that and I will see you guys at the stadium.
So we've got some very happy Spurs fans.
Yay! Update, we're just walking to the car and if I'd have brought in Brennan Johnson, who just blanked, I would have benched Rodgers and Rodgers has just scored. So very good news so far.
Watkins goal! Yay! Less jolly news. We've just found out Saka's not even in the squad. Raging. So, not great. I get Milenkovic off my bench. Who do you get?
Robinson.
I feel bad because it's not going well for Sam. But Fulham have just conceded another goal. And she was like, oh okay, oh no.
Robinson!
I just want to give a behind the scenes of FPL family. What's just happened, Sam?
He's winding me up. Saying Saliba should get a red card.
That's a clear and obvious
Shut
foul.
up!
Clear.
Having a look. No!
They are having a look, sir!
Anyway, why are you like this?
It's actually going to VAR.
You know what happened?
Sam's got her head in her hands.
My FPL week is in the mud.
Oh, this is it. Oh my god, it is a red! Saliba is gone! Saliba is gone. Oh my days. As soon as I saw it, I thought that could be a red.
I really hate you.
This was the first thing I filmed in their house.
That, am I? I'm not.
Good morning, it's the next day. We are going to watch Match of the Day. I was just too tired yesterday to stay up for it, so we're watching it this morning. Az is doing his Match of the Day notes, which he would like a special mention to, so Match of the Day notes, go check them out.
Special mention to.
You did, you just,
Such a beg.
He just requested, could you mention my notes?
No, I meant because otherwise I'm just I'm on my phone.
I know the results, so this isn't too shocking, but I didn't really watch much of the games yesterday because I was out having fun whilst Az was running his cartel. We're watching Arsenal-Bournemouth, and obviously I had Semenyo on my bench, and Saka was not in the squad, and I had him starting, so I'm getting Milenkovic coming on instead for him. And then I'm about to see my double Arsenal clean sheet destroyed. Here's the Saliba red card. Watching that with Sam and Lee was so funny.
It's a stupid thing. Like, I can see why he does it. He obviously thinks he's got cover from elsewhere, but he just hasn't.
I was the worst person yesterday because I was gloating to Sam about having double Arsenal defence and none of them had red cards. And then you could see the joy in her eyes every time Bournemouth scored. I did fully
She just got
deserve
Saliba.
that. Just got Saliba, yes.
Saliba.
I'm so lucky Semenyo hasn't scored yet. He's last on my bench.
That would have been the perfect goal for a lot of people. Saka out, and then double Arsenal defence, and then Semenyo scores. Like, if it's going to be wiped out, people would want it to be wiped out by Semenyo, wouldn't they? But Mark's got him first bench, Semenyo.
Or just seen Raya give away that penalty. If I had been watching this live, I would have been so
Oh, he got
stressed.
1.
1 point.
He got
Yay!
1 point.
That's all. It's
I thought he got booked
so
for that,
good.
but apparently he didn't. Why did he get booked for that?
Oh, there was no chance he was saving that. How annoying.
I was so sure he was going to save it.
We were at dinner and Sam said, there's a penalty. And I thought, again, I had this arrogance that, oh yeah, I'm going to get a penalty save. I just didn't have any negative thoughts. Double Arsenal defence since wildcarding has not been delivering as I was hoping it would.
The 3 games they've had, Southampton, Leicester and Bournemouth, to think they've got no clean sheet in any of those 3 games, it's an absolute travesty.
Maybe it's a good sign though that they can keep clean sheets against more difficult teams because the fixtures are changing.
Yeah, that's what Planet FPL James said. He said that they're more switched on against like the bigger teams.
Today might be a bad day for Az and I because he's got Foden and I haven't. And if you've subscribed to my channel recently, in the last couple of years, you'll know I have the worst luck with Foden. When I don't own him, he gets hat-tricks. When I own him, he blanks.
The difference this time is that Foden is 6% owned.
Yeah, and he comes in this morning, swans in, for every point Foden gets.
35k according to Live
So
FPL.
if he gets 10 points, I'll go into the top 100k. Oh, cheers, mate.
Is that your impression of me?
Yeah, that is exactly how you sound
On
to me.
holiday though, he was like 50% owned, wasn't he? And you insisted you didn't need him, and you had Bernardo Silva instead.
That stuck with him for
Who
a
you
while.
mentioned at the start of the season. I was like, I think I might get Bernardo Silva. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this again.
A real low for me owning Bernardo Silva was when we were on holiday and the leaks were coming out in the morning about the City lineup.
Oh, yeah.
And Bernardo Silva wasn't even mentioned because he was so irrelevant. And I think it was FPL Tony. Someone said, what about Bernardo Silva? And FPL Tony was like, if you've got Bernardo Silva in your team, it's a skill issue.
That was so funny. You were on the Sun Lounger, weren't you? Like looking at it. If you've got Bernardo Silva in your team, it's a skill issue.
Completely fair.
And then Foden gets a hat-trick and you're like, oh yeah.
Right, we're on to Leicester Southampton. Really disappointed with this one because I had Dibbling. I was so convinced Dibbling was going to get at least a goal.
I betrayed you on that because I took him out of my team last minute.
This is cartel behaviour.
I can't believe Southampton lose this, by the way. 2-0 up against... There's basically like, 4 or 5 teams in the relegation battle? Probably 3, really, the priority teams.
Yeah.
They can't lose this at home to Leicester.
Well, that was the reason I played Dibbling because I benched... How do you pronounce... Is it Fass or Faze? Face?
I said it wrong the other
Someone
day.
commented, I saw that.
I thought it was face, but I could be wrong.
Because I then heard Fass, which then reminds me,
Maybe
one
it
of my
is
best
Fass.
friends is called Faz.
I think it is Fass.
Okay, well
Yeah.
anyway, I benched him and I wasn't sure whether or not to. And this is, again, is quite good with having a stacked defence, good and bad. I've got Trent, Gabriel, Porro. They're expensive options. And I wanted to play Milenkovic. I wanted to go for Faze. We're going to have to look it up afterwards. But I couldn't. Thankfully, I have got Milenkovic coming off the bench, so at least I can see what would happen there. Nice goal by Cameron.
Wow.
Cameron.
Cameron.
Nice goal by Archer.
Cameron.
Cameron. This is like when you get wound up when Mark calls Brennan Johnson Brennan.
Brennan, yeah.
I did not realise how lively this game was. I assumed it was because Leicester had a great comeback, but I didn't realise Vardy got a penalty, scored it.
Leicester are just all over them in the second half. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
There's been so many games this season. Oh.
We were just saying we like the look of Buonanotte.
Yeah, there's been so many games though this season where it's been like two different halves. Like Southampton were completely in control of the first half, and then City could absolutely batter this Southampton team next week.
Yeah, see, it makes...
Oh,
What?
no.
A 3-2 win! Whoa!
You know it's 3-2.
I don't know what I thought as.
I can't believe that's crept in.
Oh, how painful for the home fans.
They are so relegated.
Well, I shall be avoiding Southampton players for the foreseeable future. Just seen Divlin got booked, so great.
He did nothing of any note.
Stellar performance.
I heard he played quite well, like when I read the match report, but he wasn't in a single highlight. Haaland, though, is a real potential triple captain shout against Southampton.
Is it away for City?
No.
Home. Oh.
It's a home game. He could get 5 and I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they were awful.
That would really help my rank.
Yeah.
Triple captained him. Spurs West Ham, they just said Alistair Ham was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and so was I. Brennan Johnson, I'm so happy that he blanked. It would have been a completely different day if I'd have brought Brennan Johnson in and then had Rodgers on my bench. I would have been not the best company. That Kudus goal. We were watching, I think, before when Kudus was... What happened?
Huh?
I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh my God.
That goal from Kulusevski, I didn't think it had gone in from our
Just
angle.
dribbled in, didn't it?
Yeah. Maddison assist. How are you feeling about owning Solanke?
Rubbish.
If you went for a Spurs attacker, who would you go for?
Johnson. All day.
I was worried about Johnson's position once Son came back, but from what we saw yesterday, it seems fine. Seems absolutely fine. It's a shame though he's lost his streak now, because it would have been 8-8, wouldn't it? All competitions.
Yeah. You'd think West Ham at home as well.
Definitely.
Good
And with 4 goals.
4 goals, I know.
If you'd have seen the results, I would have thought of Johnson brace easily. That was the controversial goal as well, whether or not it's a Son assist.
It all just depends on whether they give it as an own goal to the defender or the goalkeeper.
This was amazing, Son's actual goal.
Yeah. Bet they went mad in the stadium, didn't they, when he scored that?
Absolutely crazy. It was really cool as well because we were behind the goal, so he was coming towards us.
Nothing for Porro Johnson or Solanke.
I am grateful though. I would take a Porro blank if it also means Johnson's Solanke blanking.
It's for Charleston going down that just, I think, is so funny. Because Kudus gives him a little slap and then he goes backwards. Oh no! Should have been red card as well. I can't believe the ref didn't send him off.
I can't believe
Why
that.
it needed VAR. It's so obviously a red card.
Being a Kudus owner, you get a goal against Spurs, which you'd be absolutely thrilled with, and then to have that happen, oof. We're into the Fulham Villa game, which is very, very good.
Oh, what a goal from Jimenez.
He's been on fire, Jimenez. This game went well for my team, so I'm excited to see how good Villa actually looked. Ollie Watkins, one of my biggest errors, well, actually no, one of the good things I did last season was he was one of those players that just ticked along. He wasn't having any massive hauls, but he was getting a goal each game, an assist. He was doing really well. But because he wasn't explosive, I was thinking of going elsewhere, and then that's when he got the hat-trick against Brighton, sorry to bring it up as. Being very, very conscious this season to just keep Ollie Watkins for as long as he is getting those returns, because I think there could be... Whoa! Is that Rodgers' goal?
Massive deflection.
That was not a good penalty.
Terrible.
I see what he was trying to do, but...
He's trying to just kind of place it in the bottom corner, isn't he? But it's so obvious what direction he's going to go.
Definitely. Oh, that Watkins goal. I just love that man. Diop subbed on and then gets an own goal.
Immediately.
That's all that's relevant to my team. We've got Brighton, Newcastle, but I've got no players in that, so I don't care.
I've got 2 more relevant, because I've got Brighton, Newcastle, which obviously I care about, and then Ipswich, Everton, where I was so sure Leif Davis was going to get a couple of assists.
You have been Leif Davis's hype man.
He didn't.
Unfortunately, spoiler.
He didn't. It was a shame.
Oh, Man United Brentford. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's Man United Brentford, and obviously I had Mbumo, and
There's loads of games left.
that was all. Pinnock with another goal.
I know.
Another spoiler. Apologies. He's doing really well. Today our plan is to go and get some lunch, and then we are going to a sports bar, local sports bar, which I haven't been to before. Shocking. So we're going to watch, I think the 2 o'clock kick-off there, aren't we? And then we're going to come back here for the evening. So lovely Super Sunday for us. Worrying update. FPL Tony has just tweeted, you can't predict Pep.
Well, it's good for you, because you've only got Haaland. I've got Foden and Lewis.
Yeah, but if you can't predict Pep, what if it's...
They're both going to miss out.
FPL Fran replied saying he's joined the cartel, question mark. If he had, you'd know about it. And then FPL Tony said no, but they forced him to bench a certain player. Now, Lewis...
It's going to be Foden. It's going to be Foden, I just know it. A certain player's only going to be one of 3 players. It's going to be Lewis, Foden or Haaland.
If it's Haaland...
He's not going to bench Haaland.
But can I just say, if it's Haaland, I've brought him into my team. He's blanked 2 game weeks in a row. I've put my captaincy on him. Who's my vice captaincy on? And Burmo.
I don't even know who mine's on. It won't
if Haaland is benched...
It won't be Haaland benched. There's no way. No way.
I feel as though maybe there would be more hype from the tweet if Haaland is benched.
It won't be. It'll be Lewis or Foden. I'm sure it will.
I feel as though Lewis is more.
It'll be Foden. I'm sure it'll be Foden.
Because also Lewis being benched, I don't think that would be too controversial. He's obviously quite a big deal for
that's
FPL.
what I mean. Foden's like the middle ground.
I'm nervous. We have an update.
Oh, you want me to say it? Why is Foden benched? Like, what possible reason could there be to bench Foden when De Bruyne's out? He's played for England. He's got 70 minutes in the last game.
The relief. I can go to that sports bar.
I'm not going to get my 35k rank jump. Yeah, thanks, Jake.
I can enjoy myself.
Oh, Jake
enjoy Haaland doing whatever he does.
I know.
Not be worried about Foden.
I know, Jake.
So relieved. If that had been a Haaland benching, I don't know. I wouldn't have done anything.
At least Lewis plays. At least I can enjoy Lewis.
Yeah, I am jealous of you owning Lewis as well. I've just got Milenkovic to rely on. Size, relief. I'm sorry, Az. That does suck.
You're not sorry in any capacity, though, are you? You've just celebrated. You've just done a little dance.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make a difference that Foden's bench because he can still come on, and also Saka didn't play. So you're probably still at an advantage with the cartel transfer.
I really feel like it.
Whoa.
Split the G right to the G.
That's the point. My boy Strand Larsen has scored. I love Strand Larsen so much. In the background you can see someone with a City defender who is not as happy. Strand Larsen.
You don't have him. I'm so upset you don't have him. You love him.
But I'm timing it. The timing. It is. After last week I thought maybe Kuna, but I think I've said Strand Larsen this whole time. I have to stick with him. And now he's scored. 32 minutes, Vardio goal, which we're both a bit unimpressed with because neither of us own him.
Has Haaland touched the ball yet?
Oh, unconfirmed sightings of Haaland actually touching the ball. So we're in the second half, 66 minutes. Foden has now come on.
25 minutes to make an impact. Easy.
To be honest, this has just been quite boring to watch as a Haaland owner. Barely touched the ball. Interesting to see if Foden changes things, shakes things up a little bit. Would really, 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 really be grateful for a Haaland return because since bringing him into my team, he hasn't returned.
Also, he had jabbed me in the chin. He had 5 touches. We missed the first 4 minutes. Apparently he had 5 touches in the first 5 minutes and then 2 touches in the rest of the first half. Haven't seen him touch the ball in the second half.
Oh God, I looked over it, people started cheering, but it's Wolves fans.
Oh, nearly Wolves.
This is a very stressful game to watch. On the plus side, I don't have a City defender, so I can't be too upset about that. Although if I had Vardio, I'd be quite chuffed. But the streak of Haaland captaincy, not going well. This is such painful viewing. It's not even good for content. 84 minutes, Haaland got the ball. It was the first thing we saw him really do this game. That's an impression of what he did. I thought he would just get it and shoot, but instead there was all this faffing about. I really hope that this ages terribly, and then my next clip will be me going, oh, Haaland got a brace in 2 minutes. How amazing. What an amazing player. The talent, the skill. We love it. And I wonder I brought him into my team on a wild card. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's...
It's your fault. He was fine until you got him in.
It's true words. I can't believe I've been hyping up a player that I've had such enthusiasm about, Strand Larsen. Didn't bring him in since my wild card. If I'd gone for Strand Larsen, I'd actually be better off, which makes you think.
One of the stairs I left, oh, it's over. I'm going for a wee.
Az just went to the toilet because it was getting so boring.
I think they are.
And then I think the goal's been disallowed, but he just came out as they were like, Stones! But now, obviously, there is a hoo-ha. Now, my hope and my dream would be that this gives Haaland a little fire up the you-know-what. Az hasn't got microphones, I don't know why he's talking. It gives Haaland a little bit of but I haven't seen much from him so far.
What are you disallowing it for? It's fine.
He's fuming. We'll see. It's still the VAR situation. VAR is not the most efficient. They've given it. So you got a Foden assist?
Yeah.
Oh no! I've been so cocky this whole video. Oh rats!
Worth the 96 minutes of a terrible game of football.
That's not ideal. I mean, fair play to Foden people.
I do feel sorry for Wolves though. They played really well this game. They don't deserve. City have been awful. They're genuinely awful. They don't deserve to lose. But I'll take my assist. So.
Well, at least one of us has left this game with something. We've eaten, we had such a good meal. I'm feeling full yet satisfied, not sickly. But we made a pact so that we could enjoy our food, to just not check the results. And then as we were walking back, we heard the sports bar cheering, and I saw
Second half's just started.
I saw a lot of Liverpool fans going in there. So I'm assuming Liverpool have scored. I think Liverpool are 1-0 up as they're checking the results.
Okay.
Drum roll.
You're completely right. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0.
Who scored?
It's not the second half yet.
Oh wow. Well, we'll be able to get back in time for the second half, which is
that
good.
cheer we heard was absolutely nothing to do with anything. Jota's gone off injured at 30 minutes, so plenty of FPL James won't be too happy.
Ouch.
And Salah's scored a penalty.
Okay, I can take that. Interesting. Well, we'll see.
The assist for Salah was Curtis Jones.
Curtis, lovely man. Well, I think Reece James might score because he is back and he has got a lot of making up to do. But we're going to head home now for the second half. We're home and Az has an update. Another drum roll.
Well, you said you heard about the big shout.
Yes.
It's because Liverpool had a pretty much clear penalty not given to them. I think it was given and overturned by VAR, which I find very surprising. I think it was Jones again, like through on goal.
Curtis.
That could have been a Salah brace.
Oh, from 2 penalties.
From two
This
pens.
is giving
Yeah. Good chat, Yoz. Good vlog.
Cool, see you in the second half. We've just seen a stat that in 146 games, when Liverpool have gone into half-time leading, they've never lost. So it's not looking too good for Chelsea. But today could be a record-breaking day.
I don't think this Chelsea team is going to be the ones that do it, but you never know.
Well, Jackson goal. Definitely. It's a VAR at the moment, but it looks very much
Look at
onside.
Kanai's leg. It's like ridiculous.
Wait, it's what Chelsea does. 1-1 draw. My Trent clean sheet has gone. My
Great
Trent
finish from
clean
Jackson.
sheet has gone. Which I'm not hugely fussed about because we are in it to win it. I wouldn't mind now. Way, go on Jackson. I wouldn't mind a Trent attack and return, but that means Chelsea has to get 2 goals to win. So maybe, he's not happy.
Jackson's slapping the badge with his 10-year contract. Gonna need to get used to it around here.
So bitter.
Game.
That's a really annoying goal from Jones. I mean, he's having an absolute blinder at the moment. But that was so scrappy.
Can you imagine celebrating a goal?
I didn't see a celebration. I thought, what are you doing? Reece James is off at 52 minutes, but looks uninjured. So I'm going to take that as a success, despite the fact that he didn't.
Probably fall down like in the tunnel or something.
Stop. I really want him to be back and fit and captaining the team.
He's on my wall. He's one of my favourite players. But
We're at 80 minutes and Trent has come off, which is really disappointing.
he was very poor, I thought, like from an FPL perspective. Very
Yeah, but Salah is looking absolutely insane. For the lack of effort Haaland put in, Salah has put in about 100 times
deep. Yeah,
more.
agree.
If he played like this every game, I would say I need to get him into my team. I'm mildly kicking myself, the fact that wildcard has been
Salah out for
all
Haaland.
right.
It's not really been a masterstroke for you, is it?
No, it hasn't, to be honest. But Haaland was looking so good beforehand, whereas now Salah, I think he's got a goal and an assist so far.
2 goals and an assist since you sold him. And Haaland's got nothing.
Jolly, isn't it? 93 minutes, 50-ish seconds. I really thought we were going to score then. That was so close. Diaz is doing some terrible things to my blood pressure right now. If that man can just tone it down a little bit, I would be able to...
You like the commentator about him, though?
What was it he just said?
He's such fun.
He's such fun. Yeah, fun if you're a Liverpool fan. Such an annoying end to the game. Ugh. I haven't got much to say. Nothing really from today. Nothing from my City attackers. Nothing from Haaland. Nothing from my Liverpool defender in Trent. That's all I've had, isn't it?
All down to Forest tomorrow.
I've got 2. Sorry, this is something quite fun. I have got 2 players to go, and I've got Wood and Milenkovic. So if Forest can keep a clean sheet and Wood can score, that'll be very good for the rank. Obviously, Salah returning in this game won't be good for my rank. I'm not checking it. I never check it until the end of the game week.
I'll check
So
it.
Don't. Well, because he'll look at me and he'll be like, you'll be really pleased, but I won't tell you what it is. Or he'll go, you might be disappointed. I'd rather just not know. So an interesting game week so far. Thank goodness for Ollie Watkins and Rodgers. That's all I can say at the moment. We worked out as well that if I hadn't wildcarded, I'd be 6 goals and 2 assists up, was it?
You definitely shouldn't check that. If you're not even going to check
It was 6 goals and 2 assists, wasn't it? Just from Cole Palmer and Salah, I think. Don't check me on that. We'll see how Az is doing so far.
Not good.
Oh, good. And he had Foden.
I'm on a red.
He's on a red. All to play for tomorrow. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. It's time for the Forest game, final fixture of the game week. Don't mind me, I'm in a blanket. I look like I'm in Game of Thrones. This game, the best outcome for me, if we take hat-tricks and all these dreams away, would just be a Chris Wood goal, 3 bonus points, and a Forest clean sheet for Milenkovic. A Milenkovic assist to the Chris Wood goal. Nice, but we're going to keep it reasonable and not ask for too much. So that would be my ideal situation. Worst case scenario, Forest concede and Chris Wood blanks. So let's hope it goes in a good way and I can get some more returns for my team because it's been a bit of a flat game week. The first half's over, it's 0-0, but Wood's had some good chances. Anderson's looked really, really good. But I'm feeling optimistic. I'm not too nervous about the second half. I had a few gasps, but it was more at Chris Wood and being so close. If he scores, I'll be so happy. Also, I've been eating these snacking chilies. They're so tasty. They've got a bit of a kick to them, but they're pickled chili peppers, and 10 out of 10 would recommend. Chris Wood goal! I am so happy. It was such a weak shot, but I'm going to take it. Hit this man. I'm so happy. I'm actually so happy that I grabbed my camera and one of my contact lenses has popped out. I don't know. I've never had that reaction to something. Chris Wood goal. I am over the moon. What a legend. Oh, I've gathered myself now. I can see again. I can't believe the way the Forest have played in this second half. I didn't see a goal coming. And I don't know how Henderson didn't save that. Great. I mean, go on, Chris Wood. This is what he does. He just manages to score. I'm absolutely delighted. It does give me a bit of a headache though, because at the moment, I really, really want to get Strand Larsen in. I want to take advantage of those Wolves fixtures. But the only one of my forwards that isn't performing is Haaland. Can I really go back to not having Haaland? I will have 3 free transfers going into this game week. So I think I may roll again. I might do something in my midfield, but I could roll again, have Haaland for Southampton, see how he gets on. But if there is no way he's blanking against Southampton. But if he does, then I may have to take him out. I may have to go Salah, Palmer, I don't know, anyone. Chris Wood, triple captain. I'm just Chris Wood this game. If Milenkovic keeps a clean sheet, I'll be thrilled. It's full time. Chris Wood, he's got a goal. Milenkovic, clean sheet. Wood's also on for 1 bonus point. I'm getting Milenkovic in off the bench because Saka didn't play. What a lovely end to the game week. Very low scoring game week. I think I'm on about 38, 39 points. But in a week like this,
I'm so happy. That is the best result. And this is where I always go on about having fun picks, because having that Milenkovic and Wood result is far better than if Haaland had scored a hat-trick yesterday. I'm so pleased. What a lovely game week. Feels very refreshing in this season. But thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my team selection later this week. Bye, guys.